Q with her singing ass. Let's get to the show.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Q, and today we are making some bomb ass dumplings with a beautiful chicken thigh filling. Let's get it. I am so excited for this one. In the bowl, we have nothing but flour and we're adding water. That's it. That's the entire recipe for the dough. Flour and water. The trick to this is the technique and the actual work that's going to go into this to create a delicious, delightful dough. All right, we're gonna make beautiful wraps with these, y'all. this recipe almost had your girl quit. You hear me? I almost quit on this motherfucker right here. It was not the simplest thing to do, but I felt so happy and gratified after I was able to accomplish what I set out to accomplish. So this is a triumphant story, people. It is not a tragedy, although it damn near felt like one. Okie dokie. So now we're taking the ball of dough. We have floured our table, and now we are working the dough. This is going to be a 2 knead, 2 rest process, meaning we're going to knead the dough twice for 15 minutes. We're going to let it rest twice for 30 minutes. So in total, it rests for about an hour. You know what I'm saying? So I added a little more flour, and now the dough is completely at the stage where it needs to be in order to do the first kneading, okay? This dough, once it was set and rested and I was, about to make the wraps, this was some of the softest dough that I have ever touched, and I love soft dough. It is so soothing. Like I said, everybody knows that I have like sensory issues because I am on the autism spectrum. You know what I'm saying? And I also have ADHD, PTSD. You feel me? So I really am into things that allow me to be able to stim and to also just have really good sensory textures. Like I said, I'm a texture person, and that's why, you know what I'm saying? So now we're doing that first knead of the dough, and we're just really getting it in. Y'all, this is the next day, and I still feel it in my arms and in my shoulders. This is one hell of a workout. So now that we've allowed that dough to be kneaded for 15 minutes, yes, I sat here and literally kneaded this dough for 15 minutes. You can tell the difference in it after the first go round. It's a lot more malleable, very, very soft. And now we're going to put that into a ball and allow the gluten and everything in it to rest, because this dough is going to wind up being the same type of dough that you can make noodles out of. And you'll see what I mean at the end. So now we're going to go ahead, cover that up so it doesn't dry out, so that it can rest. Now that it's been rested for 30 minutes, look at how soft this is already, but we still have one more go round to go. So I went on ahead and kneaded this dough for 15 more minutes. You know what I'm saying? So we got it in. Yes. And you can see that I'm using that other hand as an assist to kind of turn it on certain points to make sure that it's a good even knead, period. You really get into it. Yes, this was a definite labor of love. But it was so worth it. And I would do it again. I'd do it again. And I'd do it again. It was delicious. So now really just getting into it with the palm of my hand. And now both palms working simultaneously. Yes, just really getting into it. I know I can give some bomb ass massages, child. Period. Look at that. So now 15 minutes into the second knead, and look at this dough. Like, I wish y'all could feel the texture of this. It just feels so amazing. So now we're just going to go ahead and rest it one more time for 30 more minutes, and then we'll be ready to start shaping our wraps. And y'all, this is when the bullshit starts. So before that happens, we're going to go ahead and start making our filling. So now while the dough is resting, I'm taking this beautiful head of cabbage and I'm going to dice it into very, very small pieces. Reason being is so that it all fits inside. You know what I'm saying? You're really going to want your mixture that you're going to fill your dumplings with to be as homogeneous as possible. You don't want a lot of sharp edges. You don't want things poking out of the dumpling. You want it to be nice and, you know what I'm saying, together. So I'm tossing up those cabbage And we're gonna go ahead and rinse that out clean and gave it a good clean. So now I'm taking some green bell pepper and I'm cutting up this green bell pepper because some of that is gonna go into the filling as well. And I'm not really paying attention to cutting it into very small pieces at this point because all of this is gonna go into the food processor. And so now we're gonna go ahead and cut up some green onion scallion when she feeling bougie. And this one had me feeling a little bit bougie because damn, I literally created dumplings. This is amazing, you know what I'm saying? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some of these vegetables and we're gonna go ahead and start putting them inside of the food processor. We have the green bell pepper, we have the scallion, and we added in some carrots. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all know if I'm gonna find a way to add some vegetables into my mix. I done already told y'all. So now we're adding the carrot and scallion and green onion mixture with the cabbage, and we're gonna give that a lovely stir just to get everything incorporated together because we're gonna start off by sauteing this mixture. But first, we're gonna take our clean chicken thighs, and I left some of the fat on there. I left some of that fat because that fat is flavor, period. Y'all need to just understand that without the fat, your meat gonna be dry as hell, okay? So there's nothing wrong with having a little fat, okay? Get used to it. Anywho, nah, but that ass. So we're taking all the meat off of the bones, and some of it I just kind of ripped off with my hands. I got a little savage in there. Take some of that sexual frustration and tension out. I know. But anywho's, we're gonna go ahead and place some of that meat inside of the blender, and we're gonna chomp it up. We're gonna chomp that meat up. We're gonna chomp it up. We're gonna chomp it up. We're gonna chomp it up. So that's what we're doing. And this is going to enable us to fry this beautiful meat and veggie mixture together and feel these dumplings lovely. All right, some ASMR. I love those intense cooking sounds. That sizzle just gives me tingles. It's so relaxing. So now, as you guys can see, I'm sauteing these veggies together, and now we're gonna add in some minced garlic. And the reason why we're adding in the minced garlic a little late as opposed to adding it ahead of time is that we all know garlic is a delicate type of bulb. You have to cook it properly, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead and add it in after the other veggies have had some time to kind of, you know, cook a little bit. And so now we're gonna add in that chicken. Oh yeah, it's about to get interesting. So now we're adding in the chicken, and now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna season the meat, baby, because you know we gotta season the meat. You feel me? We're gonna start off with some fresh black pepper. Y'all know how I feel about fresh black pepper. Go ahead and get a nice healthy amount of that in there. Then we're gonna add in some paprika. Hey, paprika, what up, girl? We're gonna add in some turmeric, because y'all already know. We're gonna add in some garlic powder. Yes, amping up that garlicky flavor. We're gonna add in some ginger. Pop, pop, pop. Add in more ginger. Yes, beautiful. We're gonna throw in some parsley for color. You already know. And we're gonna add in some onion powder. And we're gonna also add in some Italian seasoning. And that's just gonna, you already know how I am about my herbs. I love that floral herbal just taste. It's just delicious, period. So now we're gonna go ahead and give that a stir. And we're gonna allow that meat to just cook. And the reason why I love cooking with thighs, them thick thighs that save lives, is because it's so juicy. No matter the preparation, thighs are extremely tender and juicy. We added in some low sodium soy sauce, and now we're adding in some dark soy sauce. Yes, honey. And we're adding in layers of flavor. You see, that's how I'm able to use different types of flavorings. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't all taste overbearing, or, you know, it's balanced. We're adding in a little bit of oyster sauce. Time to get a new bottle. We're gonna add in some hoisin sauce, and we're gonna add in a little bit of rice vinegar. Yes, and some garlic chili sauce. And I love that shit. That shit is delicious. Y'all get y'all some of that garlic chili sauce. It's fire. You know what I'm saying? Definitely delicious. So now we're just adding in, and we're just allowing that to all come together. And now we're gonna add in a little bit of mirin, because mirin has a nice little sweet flavor to it, and some organic honey for balance, of course. Gotta add that balance in. And then we're gonna add a very, very light few taps of fish sauce, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? To add that extra umami. Yes. And now for that bit of, you know, flavor, we're gonna add in some chicken bouillon. Just a little bit. I wanted y'all to see how much I put in there. Yeah. And now we're gonna add in a slurry. This slurry is comprised of cornstarch and water, because you want this to be thick. And then we're gonna allow it to cool off completely to be able to put into the wraps. And y'all, here go the bullshit. So, look how beautiful this dough is. And in Chinese, it's supposed to be as soft as an ear, as soft as an earlobe, and it is definitely that soft. The dough was amazing. I worked that dough the way it was supposed to be, and that was not the problem. The problem is I'm about to sit up and show y'all how I'm gonna do a whole gang of work for no reason. Watch this shit. So now I've cut up all these beautiful little chunks, and I've smashed them with the palm of my hand into beautiful medallions, and now I'm rolling out my awesome wraps. And now I got the technique, but it's a fail because they all smashed in together. So I had to start over. So what I did was I said, you know what? Instead of, you know, stacking them after I roll them, I'm just gonna roll, fill, and that's just gonna be the process, right? You would think it would be so easy. It ain't that goddamn easy. Now watch this, y'all. Look at this. I ain't even gonna say nothing else. Attempt number 1. Ciao. Attempt number 1. Look at this. Look at it. And no. So we're gonna try a different method. We're gonna try it again. Let's try a different way of doing this. You know what I'm saying? I said, hey, you know what? Let's just try a different little go around. You know, hey, it's all good. But no, still not working. But you know what they say. We're gonna try this one more time. Will the third time be the charm? Let's see. Alright, hold on. Y'all, we got a dumpling. We got a goddamn dumpling. So this is the way that I chose to do it. And I tried it one more time just to make sure it wasn't a fluke. Let go. So now we have all of our dumplings rolled up, and I know that by this being my first time, as I practice this, I'm going to continue and I'm going to master this technique. Watch what I tell you. So now we're going to cook these, and these turned out so delicious, y'all. And the other thing that as a critique that I would say is, next time I'm going to roll out the dough a little bit thinner. You know what I'm saying? It's just getting the dexterity of the way that I use my hands with it, you know, being a little bit more intricate with the way that I grip the dough and how I, you know what I'm saying? Because the dough is wonderful, and it was very, very bomb the way I had put that together. You know what I'm saying? So let's go. Now we're cooking it, and this is the method. We're gonna check the bottoms of it. As soon as they become a little light, toast it. Now it's time to add in our water, which y'all saw me do. We topped it off so it can steam, and bam. Look at that. These are beautiful. And I allowed them to cook all the way, cook all the water out, and then allowed them to sit a little bit more so that they get that beautiful brown, toasty crispiness that pot stickers are known for on the bottom. I'm talking about beautiful. These things turned out fire. Do you hear me? Yes. So overall, I would say this was a success. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Beautiful. A whole big ass plate of dumplings that I had made. And this sauce, y'all, that sauce. So I'm gonna tell you what's in the sauce. There's green onion, there's scallion, there's sesame seed, there's ponzu sauce, low sodium soy sauce, and sriracha. That's it. Beautiful. Now I'll just dip that on in there. Look at that. Y'all want that first bite? Oh yeah. Fire, right? I know. It was delicious. Like, I was losing my freaking mind. I was losing my marbles, y'all, at how delicious this was. And I also have some of that Frank's. My mouth got watery. And as you guys can see, the rest of the filling that I was putting into the dumplings, I also served with some rice. Some just plain white rice. Period. It was just delightful and goddamn delicious. Y'all, I had such a bomb time eating this food. And I showed you guys all my different fails. To let y'all know that just because I have a passion for cooking doesn't mean that I know how to do every single thing the first time around. You feel me? Just because I have a passion for a lot of things does not mean that, you know, I don't, or I get to skip working on things or skip practicing. You know what I'm saying? You know, you have to be able to have that fearlessness to even try in the first place. And that's what I want to talk to y'all today. Being fearless and actually going after something and not giving up in the process of it, because shit does get hard. You know what I'm saying? Shit gets difficult. But if you give up every single time, guess what you're gonna have at the end of it all? A bunch of nothing, and still gonna be hungry. You know what I'm saying? Now, I could have easily said, you know what, screw this whole thing. Oh yeah, and my son made that Kool-Aid. That's some blue raspberry lemonade Kool-Aid that he made. Very delicious. He did a bomb job on it. But yeah, so if I give up and I say, you know what, screw this, I would have still been thinking about these dumplings like, damn, why I just didn't try it. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? And there would have been a lot of time wasted. There would have been a lot of ingredients wasted. And y'all know I don't like to waste food. I don't like to waste time more so than food. You know what I'm saying? Because I can get the food back, but that time, baby, you can't ever get that back. So that's why I do my best to push forward to do things that I know I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I wanted these dumplings, and so I was gonna have them. Do you see what I'm saying? Regardless of how frustrated I got, I continued to press forward and look at what's at the end of these chopsticks. You know? And it was delicious, it was satisfying, and it made me feel intrinsically good that I could continue forward and do something that y'all, these dumplings was whooping my ass, but you see them at the end of these chopsticks though, right? Right. Okay, because I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to quit. And that's what I hope for you guys. When you see something that you want, you see something that you're trying to go for, you see your life in a certain way, continue to do it. It's going to be hecklers. It's going to be naysayers. It's going to be people that just don't goddamn believe you can do it. Keep on anyway, regardless. Because guess what? At the end of it all, you're going to have that success moment. And it's going to feel good than a bitch. I ain't lying. Because I was sitting there and I was like, you know what? I'm about to just say fuck this. Because I was on the menu, I had a whole nother dish that was going to accompany this. And it's okay sometimes to make compromises and to be, you know, realistic about things. You know what I'm saying? Because by the time I finally had gotten all the dumplings wrapped and all that, I was like, you know what? We're going to switch some plans. I'm going to make some beautiful jasmine rice. We're going to eat the rest of the filling that is for the dumplings. Because, you know, I had ran out of dough by that time and I just had a lot of filling left over. So I was like, we're just going to eat that on top of some rice and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to understand points of rest and time that you have to, you know what I'm saying? Take that time to say, you know what? I can just, you know, do something a little different and still have a beautiful outcome. You know what I'm saying? And you have to, and life is just a big journey of understanding when to do that and when to stick with it. You get what I'm saying? And I'm so glad I stuck with this, y'all, because this turned out so beautiful and bomb. And that sauce, The first sauce that I showed y'all has no sugar in it. It's like I said, is soy sauce, ponzu sauce, sriracha, sesame seed. Oh, and there was a little sesame seed oil that I put in there too. Sorry about that. A little sesame seed oil and scallion, and that's it. And it was so savory and delicious, and it gave such a beautiful spiciness and just flavor to the shell of the dumplings. You know what I'm saying? It added to it, and it just really made me feel really great. I actually recently had some dumplings from one of the restaurant chains. I'm not gonna say which one, and they ain't got shit on these right here. They're not fucking with me. Quit playing, you know what I'm saying? Confidence is key, you know what I'm saying? It is very imperative and important to always have a good sense of confidence about yourself and your craft and what you do, period. And there's definitely nothing wrong with celebrating the wins, celebrating your victories, albeit however big or small, they're still yours. You know what I'm saying? If you amplify your losses and your fails so much and you don't celebrate your successes, that's a way of throwing your life out of balance as well. And we love balance. You know what I'm saying? That's what the mantra is. We love to have balance in our lives. So you gotta amplify that. Just like with my children. You know what I'm saying? If I can tell them when they're doing something out of the way, I for damn sure am going to celebrate them and show them more so the things that they are doing well. You know what I'm saying? That's how you create a healthy balance. You know what I'm saying? Allowing people to understand and to see that it's not all negative criticism. You have to be able to add that goodness and that sweet with it. You feel me what I'm saying? Because if you don't, it just always feels like just chatting shit. Nobody needs that. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, I am so happy and I feel so amazing about this dish. Like, I really pulled this shit together. I was like literally 2 clicks from quitting, and I said, you know what? No, we're gonna keep this thing going and we're gonna succeed and it's gonna work out. And it did, and that shit feels bomb as fuck. I mean, for real, look at that. And I know everything that went into it. You know what I'm saying? Everything was just bomb delicious. Look at the inside. Ooh, juicy, delicious. And now this lets me know that a whole lot of other things is open for me to try. You know what I'm saying? And that makes me feel amazing. Absolutely amazing. Period. Alright, y'all, thanks for coming through once again and vibing with your girl Q. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you guys like this art, go ahead and hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button so you can subscribe to your girl and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the freshness coming from the Fresh Squad.
Thank you for coming through. You know it's your girl Q. I'm imitating, duplicate.